This is actually part of our pumpkin video, but it's about how to make a delicious gluten-free vegan pie crust. So we've cut this part out so you can just apply it to any pie at all. And here it is. We have a separate video if you want to go on and make the beautiful gluten-free vegan pumpkin pie using our raw goodness, then look for it on another video. Enjoy! The crust is made from ground nuts. I'm using a combination of almonds and hazelnuts, but you can use one, the other, or both, plus some rice flour, and again you can use any gluten-free flour for that. As well as that, we need our coconut oil, some salt, and, needless to say, our chia. We're going to start by mixing the chia with water so it can start to get nice and thick, okay? Chia is a wonderful thing for sticking anything together. Gluten instead of the gluten in flour if you're making a gluten-free recipe, or an egg if you're making a vegan recipe. This is gluten-free, obviously vegan, and it's wonderful for sticking things together. It just needs a couple of minutes to sit in a liquid so that it gels up, and then the magic begins. I'm going to take 1 tablespoon of our raw goodness chia, put it in a bowl with a 1/4 cup of water, and I'm going to just stir this together briefly. Then we'll put it aside, and when we need to use it, it'll be all gelled together and thick and perfect to continue. Okay, so I've already put in 3/4 cup each of rice flour and ground hazelnuts. Here comes my 3/4 cup of ground almonds. Put the whole thing in there. And the next thing we want is some beautiful coconut butter. I'm going to take 3 tablespoons. Roughly, you know, if it's not exact, it doesn't really matter. 3 tablespoons of our coconut butter and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And as you know, I love Celtic sea salt. Beautiful, mineral rich, delicious. Put them in your trusty mixer and let it go for a minute. This should now be approximately mixed. Yeah, looking good. Lastly, we're going to add in our chia water. And look how thick this is already. It's amazing. It's all kind of goopy and thick, so it's going to be perfect to keep our pie crust looking good, holding together. And we're going to put it in now. So now you have 2 choices. If you want a really nice, even pie crust, then put this mass, make it into a ball, put some saran or put it in a plastic bag, and put it in your fridge for at least an hour so it's nice and cold, then roll it out. That's the way to get the most even pie crust. But if you want to shape it a little more, or you're in a hurry or you don't care, then just press it into your pan and shape it with your fingers. That works too, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I've dumped this into the middle and I'm just pressing it out to the sides to make it nice and even. And by the way, I neglected to say before, and if you haven't already done so, please preheat your oven. It should be at 375. Okay, so if you haven't done it, turn it on now so it's preheated, because the next thing that's going to happen is this is going into the oven while we make the filling. Okay, I'm just going to keep pressing it out here until it's nice and I can form a little edge around it. There it is, vegan gluten-free pie crust ready to go in the oven at 375 for 15 minutes.